Just a matter of time.
Right on. It did not take long for the gloves to come off. Republicans fighting for that nomination for 2012. Rick Santorum is hammering Mitt Romney over his refusal to sign a pro-life pledge. Current polling finds the former Massachusetts governor, Romney, the front-runner in the race, but this man wants to change that. That man is Rick Santorum. He's been to Iowa 19 times. And, Senator, good morning to you, and welcome back here to America's Newsroom. We played the Huntsman ad a little bit about 10 minutes ago that he's been writing literally for about, the past week or so. You put out an ad late yesterday that responds directly to Huntsman. I want our viewers, because there are no words that are spoken, there are only words on the screen. So let's watch this carefully and come back and talk about it. You're going after Romney. You're going after Huntsman. That's like a cardinal sin in Republican politics. What's going on?
Oh, it's a little good-natured fun at Governor Huntsman's unorthodox ads. But what is unorthodox, in my opinion, is we have two Republican candidates running for president who refused to sign a pledge that is not a tough pledge to sign. It's a Susan B. Anthony, which is a great group in Washington, D.C. that supports particularly pro-life women who run for office. And what the pledge is simply that you'll appoint people to positions of importance of the pro-life community, Attorney General, Director of Health and Director of NIH and Secretary of Health and Human Services that are pro-life because they are important issues for those three positions. Not everybody, just those three positions. And one's very similar to that. And then you'll basically sign on to all the pro-life legislation that's been in Congress. And we're not talking about a constitutional amendment. They're not talking about rape and incest exceptions. This is a pretty low bar for any pro-life candidate to sign, and those two gentlemen won't sign it. And I think that's a point that needs to be made.
The reason why that issue is so important is because you have a lot of conservative voters, frankly, in Iowa. You know, Mike Huckabee showed that with his victory.
I mean, look, the Republican Party is a strongly pro-life party. Whoever is going to get this nomination, I believe, is going to be strongly pro-life. And I think it needs to be pointed out if there's people in the field like Mitt Romney, like John Huntsman, soon to be in the field, and Herman Cain, who won't sign that pledge. I think that's a distinguishing point. And look, as this campaign goes on, we're going to start distinguishing ourselves. I mean, the focus is still on Obama, but we have to provide a choice for people as to decide who they want to be their nominee.
But my point is, in 2008, that's what brought Mike Huckabee a victory in Iowa, with the conservative voters and the conservative values in Iowa.
I don't make any bones about the fact that I'm a proud social conservative. I talk about these issues. They're issues that are important, I believe, not just in Iowa, but in this country, that we have a country that respects life and the dignity of every human person. And I'm going to talk about those issues, and they're going to be at the core of what I do.
You are running uphill based on some of the polling we've watched. And the one poll we can show from the Wall Street Journal that was out just recently, here are the top four, and you're nowhere to be found. Mitt Romney at 30%, Rick Perry at the bottom at 8%. You're below that. So you've got some work to do. And you're trying also to shift the focus on President Obama. You said a comment recently, maybe he's eating mushrooms. I don't know what he's doing. You can't make this up. What does that mean?
I was talking about Eric Holder and his comment yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, I guess it was yesterday, where he was saying that the greatest tool that the United States has in fighting terrorism is our civilian court system. Which is remarkable that the Attorney General of the United States would say the greatest tool we have against those who break every conceivable, law known to man to do destruction on society. The greatest tool we have is to give them constitutional rights that every man and woman in America have, provide them all the legal protection they possibly have in order for us to be able to investigate them. That is just, it's counter to any reality that I'm aware of, and that's why I threw that comment in, that he must be under some influence because he certainly isn't thinking clearly.
Well, thank you for your time today, Senator, and we're going to speak again 19 times in Iowa, 20 times in New Hampshire. Do you feel you're gaining traction?
Oh, yeah, there's no question. I mean, look, these national polls, they're great, but they measure California. They don't measure what's going on in Iowa, New Hampshire, and they don't measure what the grassroots activists are doing. We're doing very well out here. I'm very excited about the response that I'm getting, and I'm looking forward to good things.
It is retail politics. It is door to door in that state, as you well know. Rick Santorum, we'll see you down the road. Thank you. Near
Thanks,
Des Moines
Bill.
today. All right.